I personally love being in remote spaces. I'm so motivated by going someplace that's hard to go to. And as I continue to push my own personal limits in mountaineering, I'm able to bring sampling kits with me and also collect from those places. You can see from orange, light pink, greens, dark pink, and red. It's sort of fun. It's like a party on the snow.
Biologist Robin Kodner regularly goes to extremes in the name of science. That's because the microscopic algae she studies live only on glaciers and snowfields high in the mountains.
It helps melt the snow. That's one of the reasons we're interested in it, because it can increase the rate of snow melt by a really significant amount when it's present. There's one group of closely related algae that have become adapted to snow, and they really specialize in living in the snow. So you just see this pink color on the snow. That pink is made up of these individual cells, and each cell is an organism. So some of the cell shapes look kind of like teardrops, some of them are round and they're spheres. Sometimes the cell walls have structure to them, and you can actually see like little spikes around the cell. They do not like to get warm. And so when you collect them and you bring them back to the lab, you oftentimes lose the swimmer stage. No way. Except I can see right now there's this feature on some of the cells, and that is Chlamydomonas coli, which is a relatively rare taxa. Hot damn. So when you're looking at something that's right there in the field, especially something that can't really exist in the same way as soon as you take it out of that environment, you're just getting to witness this special thing, this place and time, the way that this sample is right now. And it's unique. It's never going to be quite the same again.
These kinds of algae are among the oldest kinds of life on Earth, over 2 billion years old. But they're also surprisingly diverse. Some species are more distantly related to each other than humans are to a mushroom.
You think you might be really different from a frog, but you're not. You're actually like so closely related compared to these two different groups of algae.
With so much genetic diversity present in such an archaic creature, Robin can peek into the past to understand how life evolved in the very beginning and how it might evolve in the changing ecosystems of the future.
There's like a secret life that they haven't revealed to anyone. What I try to do in my work is use what we know about how algal systems have interacted with the planet over hundreds of millions of years. It's like watching an old friend change over time. If you're a tree, you reproduce every year, but it takes a long time for a tree to become truly reproductive, and it's multiple years across a life cycle. Algae, on the other hand, can reproduce in a matter of days.
This super-fast life cycle enables scientists like Robin to observe how multiple generations of algae can change in response to their environment. It's a bit like watching centuries of evolution with the fast-forward button on.
If you ask somebody on the street, what do you think the first thing to evolve was? People always say plants. So the first evidence for plants is something on the order of 460 million years ago, which is not that long ago. Fungi are older, animals are older, algae are way older. They are the most important thing on the planet. We understand the past, and we can use the past as the key to the present.
For snow algae, that present is defined by climate change. As the Earth heats up, their habitat is disappearing, and because the dark algae absorbs more solar radiation, they might even speed up the melting of their own habitat. So Kodner is turning mountain adventurers into citizen scientists to help before it's too late. She calls it the Living Snow Project.
See how that went into the pipette and then back out? This is a system in which we can study how a whole ecosystem is responding to climate change in real time. Glaciers are melting rapidly. There's some predictions that in Washington State, in like the next 50 to 80 years, we're gonna lose almost all of our glacier mass. I'm engaging with the community to have the community help me generate the kind of data sets that I know that I need, so that at least in 10 years from now, I can report back to our community, which are the people that ski and climb and enjoy the alpine systems and care about whether or not we have snow in the future.